Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Ulfgarður, and tonight we are going to do our last. I've said this the last couple of streams, but for sure, actually, this time, this is going to be our last stream during the Twisted Masquerade anniversary event. So, we. Okay. Thank you, Rams. Passively watching tonight is still good, and I appreciate you being here. I'll do my best. Having fun is generally what we try and do here, but we shall see. Um, so if you have been tracking Dead by Daylight for a while, if you've been watching this channel for a little bit, you've probably heard me talk about. There are some new changes coming up that they released for the public test beta that they released it today that do like how experience for prestige works and redoes a lot of perks to try and balance the playing field a little bit more so that it's not people just running the same four perks all the time, both as killers or survivors. So it kind of, anyway, I am not running that tonight. So if anybody is here hoping to see test beta play, I don't mess with the test beta. I'm not that bold yet. I don't feel like I have a great enough handle on the game to give any sort of meaningful feedback. I trust other people who know a lot more than I do to give that feedback and uh, help improve the game that way. I realize I am a little dark. I'm going to try and turn on one more light. We'll see if we get seen a little bit better. Okie dokie. I think that's a little better, don't you? But so, tonight we are just going to focus on some farming. We're going to work on getting some blood points and uh, trying to invest in one more survivor. We're gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can really power through and get some massive points. I'm gonna try and get Nia Carlson leveled up to Prestige 3. Just because when the new Prestige system rolls through, I want to be able to have her nimble fall and her fast crouch. Because I love both of those perks very much. And after that, if we can pull that off, I'm really just gonna try and spam points into some of the characters I play the most so that we can try and just keep Flan for after the event since it'll stop showing up. So it looks like first up we have a Huntress ritual. Oh darn, I might have a hard time with that. Um, so first things first, I've been loving that the Shrine of Secrets swaps out, so I want to see what's here. Barbecue and chili we have. Deliverance from Adam Francis, what is this? Oh, Oh, you can unhook yourself during the first stage of the hook. But you're broken for a while. Okay, pharmacy we have. Tinkerer we don't need. Uh, okay, nothing there I'm super crazy about. Like, Deliverance is probably something that would be cool, but I don't like stuff that's only limited to a certain part of the game unless it's the very end. Because hopefully if you get to the stuff that you need at the very end, then it's good to have it because either things are going well and you want to secure it, or things are not going well and you need to turn it around. So either way, I like that. But we'll go ahead and work on our Huntress. I imagine it's probably, I didn't actually read it, yeah. Hit people with hatchets. we do that from time to time here. So we'll see what we can do tonight. Let's see. What are the odds I might find somebody I know? Not great. Not a lot of people on tonight. And that's okay. I probably missed a bunch. Wednesday is my D&D night, so we had D&D before this, so I wasn't sure how much energy I would have left for gaming. But fortunately, D&D was a lot of fun. We weren't in combat, which usually is the most mentally taxing on me as the DM. Um, we ended on a, oh, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, as far as I'm aware, you guys can still see me, so I don't know why. That was just weird. Huh. Yeah, combat. We ended on the start of some combat. I do love ending on roll initiative and have that be the end of the session. Um, Now let's see if it'll give me some weird error report. It does that sometimes. No, okay, so far so good. But this is definitely gonna be a different sort of combat. I think Rams, since you play, you can attest, I'm sure, that I don't think I've ever put anybody in a combat uh, outside of, I can think of one, like the second fight I ever ran as a DM, which was like 6 years ago, and it was a small fight. But I don't think I've ever, besides that, run anybody in a fight where they didn't have armor and they didn't have their full accoutrement of weapons. And these people were at a dinner party and went poking around in the basement of their hosts, who are, to be fair, very sketchy people. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Half of them don't have weapons because they didn't bring any. None of them have armor. So I think it's going to be an interesting development of stuff. I'm hoping it'll be a fun twist for some of my longtime players. So good luck, Rams. Yeah, everybody was dressed for a party. It's like you got a fancy dinner invitation to high society functions. I mean, shoot, the rogue came in with like nothing, barely even clothing. But yeah, so that went well. So I figure we might as well try and see about maxing out this event a little bit. And also, we're getting really close to getting to becoming an affiliate channel, so I'm really stoked about that. Uh, the the ticker up here is a little off. I do believe the channel actually has 46, and for some reason it just takes a minute to update. But so yeah, we need to hit 50 followers for the channel, which going from my last previous evening streams, that is definitely doable. I think last night we got 4 new followers, or 2 nights ago, we got a couple new followers, and then last night or during the day today we got 1. So yeah, I think we can definitely do that. 50 followers is big, and then after that, all we have to do is average out within a 30-day period having at least 3 people watching a stream at a time. So that one might be a little bit harder, but I think we can pull it. So yeah, unfortunately, so I use Streamlabs to manage streams anymore, and I've been liking it a lot. But unfortunately, when I try and pull up to see who's in chat, it doesn't really do a good job of separating out like any random bots that are just technically kind of lurking, I guess, or maybe they're actual viewers who are just lurking, and so it doesn't really count. Or even if somebody pops in and watches for a hot minute and then they leave, their name still stays on the user list. So I apologize. I am still figuring out Streamlabs. I've only been using it for like 2 weeks, but it already looks like we had somebody else come into chat. So thank you for coming in. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. I just wish I had a better understanding of Streamlabs to be able to tell who you are and greet you by name. But in lieu of that, I still say welcome. Yeah, average of 3 is really hard. Um, Especially like I started just barely over a month ago. So Yo, what's up, Rad? How are you tonight? I think I saw in Discord earlier that are you still working on your Final Fantasy or did that wrap up already? Ah, excuse me. I started getting just a little bit of the sniffles in the last like 20 minutes, so I'll do my best to not make horrible sounds into the microphone, but I apologize in advance. If I can ever find a match, I'm surprised matchmaking is taking so long. Usually, if as a killer, matchmaking goes a lot better. There we go. I just had to call it out, put the pressure on it, you know? Doon, 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 doon. Let's see, we got the Grime Clips, by King, La Diabla, and Jamie the Bee. Well, I might have to be nice to Jamie. Bees have a pretty hard time these days, from what I hear. Let's see. Red, you've been around a time or two, especially on some of my recent streams. You know, you're pretty familiar with my affiliation and appreciation for the killer known as the Huntress. Uh, my challenge currently, my daily ritual challenge, is to hit people with hatchets. I think we're going to be hard pressed. Alright, I say that and I'm going to end up having an absolutely garbage match. Oh, it's not a fantastic match. We were so close. We were on the verge of greatness. If you get that reference, we get along good. You and me. A couple nights ago, I'm pretty sure on one of my streams, I think it was two, maybe three broadcasts ago, we actually had, I think, one of the game devs in it because their comment on these screens, their little quote, says if you need anybody or if you meet anybody in game whose name is I need 4 pallet stuns, it's me and I'm still struggling with a challenge. Please let me pallet stun you. And I actually had uh, I need 4 pallet stuns in one of my matches that I played in the other night. So that was really cool. I don't know if it was actually them. It might have not been I need 4 pallet stuns. It might have just been need for. I don't remember. I need to go check. But either way, I thought it was pretty slick. Don't know if y'all noticed, but I trimmed my beard up today. Hopefully makes me look like 10 to 15% less wild man. Just I have a wedding to go to on Saturday, so the uh, the groom, unless he completely gets rid of it, has been growing a mightily impressive beard for the last few years, and I can't be looking more wild than the groom. Me and my buddies that are all gonna see each other for the first time in like 10 years at this wedding, we all call him the wild card. So I can't outwild him in any way. That's just poor form on a man's wedding. Where is everybody? Here we go. This is a lot more promising. Well, hello. Well, that was easy. I did not think to look to see if anybody had flashlights, so I should probably be wary of that. Okay, so there's one. Now, where's everybody else? Somebody's over there. Everybody else is closer. So, we'll go ahead and undo his work and see what we can do. Okay, so he got reinforcements around. That's fine. But I'm not going to go hounding him right off the hook. There are enough people that do that. I'm not trying to tunnel anybody out. I mean, is it going to give me grief probably and make the game harder? Absolutely, but we're here to have fun. I mean, winning is fun and good, but I'm not going to be a dick to people in order to win. That's just poor form. There's enough of that on the internet. We got one. Nice. We got two. I'm a little surprised she didn't throw that pallet down behind her. To the basement with you, Nia. I do very much like this outfit for Nia. The artwork gala. What? Why? Okay. My keyboard did not want to hang her. Like, look at that. That's a cool outfit. Sorry. I wasn't trying to be a jerk and just stare at you like a creeper. Okay, somebody's making noise. I say we go investigate it. They're probably breaking my generators some more. They do that a lot. There was somebody around here. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Just a nice, decent, modest little chuckle. Hi, buddy. You picked the worst spot to hide. Oh, good. Good evasion. I wasn't that intent on actually hitting him down, so. There's still this one. Oh, you're not the one I wanted to hit. Sorry. I wanted you. I'll give somebody else a chance to come and get you up. Okay, or you can DC. I apologize. That probably seemed like I was being a jerk. I didn't mean to. I was trying to aim high to go above and headshot this poor girl. I only have one more hatchet. We're gonna have to make it count. I say promptly not making it count. Ooh, barely. Just barely. I think that'll count, though. I'll take it, if you guys will. Alright, we got her. We got a reload. Now, where's everybody? I definitely lost my chili auras already, but that's okay. Let's see. They had been working on this little cluster of them over here. I thought that hit him. I haven't seen the other Meg like at all, I don't think. Where did you go, Francis? I really should not have lost you as easily as or you should not have lost me as easily as you did. I guess you're down here. But I'm not trying to tunnel you out, so you can stick around for a little bit. We're all here to have fun and get some points. I see scratches. Ah, Devour Hope. You love to see it. You're not the one I wanted to get, but you were the one that was here. I think basement is really the only way to take you. She might get out still. I was kind of far from anything. Okay, he's over there bandaging up. I can work with that. Well, goodness. Okay, well you guys go do that. I haven't seen Meg, and I want to see Meg, but I do think that one person rage quit because they thought I was trying to tunnel them, so I'll give some space, not be a jackass. I heard him hop in a locker. Let's see if I pick the right one. Nope. Maybe he hopped in one downstairs. Nope. Hey, buddy. You're making too much noise, my friend. What are you? Okay, I'm a little confused by that play. What is happening? Alright, Meg is around. I want to hit Meg with a hatchet very much. There you go. You can have that. I'm not looking for you. I want Meg. Where is she? She has to be here. Where are you, Meg? I don't think Meg exists, y'all. We'll take some half-ass shots. Okay, maybe Meg will come save you. There's Meg. Why are you? No. No. No, Meg, go. You're not gonna hold this game hostage just because you want to farm. We're here to play a game. Okay? I get it. Like, it's an event. You're here to... You can make a bunch of points, but you make just as many points playing the damn game. In fact, I tend to find you usually make a lot more points if you just play the damn game. So, I hate it when people just try and elicit farming like that. Like if I shake my head no, so that they can see it and understand that's what I'm saying, and they still just insist on not playing, I mean, there's nothing to do. I'm gonna hit them. So I don't know, maybe that makes me an asshole. Oh. Alright, we have for the people. Interesting. Are you above me? You must be above me. Let's go see. I need hatchets, apparently. I didn't think I did. Ooh. Cut a couple of hairs off her head. But you're not the one I want. I want Meg. Let's see if we can go find her. Like, yeah. It sucks that somebody DC'd, but if you get 2 DCs, I'll let you farm, because that just is miserable, but you can do a lot of damage and come back from being one person down. It's been done to me many times, and I've done it a small handful of times. So just where the hell are you guys? Must still be on these over here. Somebody's working and skulking. I just wonder where they went. I think they went up here, because I see a few scratches. Are we just gonna... Okay, no, we're not just gonna play the same song and dance over and over. So, let's reload. Maybe they're hiding out in a random locker. That happens a surprising amount, where you're just like, I just want to reload a hatchet, but hey, there's somebody in there. Make sure nobody's just puppy dogging me. They do that sometimes. Alright, so somebody was here. Where'd they go? Ah, okay. They went all the way to the back. Oh, don't worry, Meg. I'm coming for you. Don't you worry. Nice. Gotcha. I'm a little surprised the bodyguard didn't get in the way. That is not what I clicked to do at all. I think I might be getting some ping, everybody, which is a bit unfortunate. I'd wanted to get Meg, but you kept getting in the way. What? You just want to get out of this match so badly? That's fair. I can understand that. You kind of got stuck with a rough team. Hey, Hatch. I'll take that. Yeah, absolutely. No, you didn't. You stood here wanting to do stuff. I'm not gonna just let you go. I'm not gonna reward being an inactive player. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just not. That's not how this game is supposed to be. But maybe I'm the asshole of it all. We hit our challenge, so there's that. Hey, we got a pit. That's okay. Fun level was not the most, though, unfortunately. But we did some level up, which is nice. I still have a few more pieces of flan for the Huntress, so I think I might still roll with her. Try and get a couple good hatchet throws out of it. She is my favorite, after all. But my hatchets are not going to be going as fast. I'm going to stop running that. We'll just do a reload. Yeah. I like this one, being able to hear people grunt in pain. 50% extra. I like it. It helps a lot. Sometimes it gets a little confusing, honestly, because it's just, I know you're there, but you have a bigger area to be in for me to hear you, so you have more chance to heal up before I can find you or to just run away. But overall, it is definitely helpful for at least being able to tell, all right, it's not worth leaving yet. Although, yeah, we're trying to just farm some points, so I'll keep the same build. It works decently well most of the time. Right? I I love it. So the she has such a cool, sad story with that lullaby. So I can't remember if it's actually in Russia. I think it's in Russia or somewhere in that part of the world. But like her mother was they lived in the middle of nowhere and they went out hunting and found a very aggressive elk that her mother got in the way of when it charged our dear little huntress Anna here as a child. And her mom killed the elk with an axe, and as her mother lay dying and bleeding out, she was humming that lullaby to comfort Anna as she was fading away and ended up dying. And so Anna just never really like recovered from that. She just kind of went insane. She tried to hunt bigger and better things until eventually it came to be people. Um, like when I don't think her backstory explains whether it was World War One or World War Two. I think World War Two because it's when Germans come in. So like Germans go in and start messing in the space, and she messes with them back, and entire squads just go missing. But she ends up taking an affinity for small girls in local villages to try and be their caretaker. So she like abducts small kids and like ties them up so they can't wander around outside where it's dangerous. But then she just doesn't take care of them. So like, I mean, all of the killers have these dark, depressing backstories, but like I feel like hers is one of the ones that I can remember the details of, at least, that's just really has an extra level of oomph to it. Let's see. Still, okay, still the same two. So let's see, incapacitated. Yeah, I was pretty sure she was Russian. I mean, look at that coat. Doesn't that coat just scream Russia? She probably has more Russian attire that I can't remember, but I don't know. I just play the game. I don't write the characters. I don't write these characters. Okay. Well, we have 7 people in chat, so that's a pretty good night. Welcome everybody, and thank you if you missed the last time I showed my appreciation for your time. We are just trying to farm some points and get some flan and try and just make the most that we can coming out of the masquerade because it ends middle of the day tomorrow. And this is going to be the last chance I have to play this before that happens because I have to get ready in the morning to go out of town for the weekend. So this is our last dance for the masquerade. I might be able to hop on and do some streaming tomorrow night. I don't know for certain. Um, we'll see. We'll see what the day has in store. But it'll just be back to regular old game. All right, we got Big Cow. We got Weed Boy 2001. All right. Claudette's a fair choice given her background as an herbalist. Toxic Miles and a Chicky Tendies. For some reason, my brain took a second to figure that one out. And I see just one flashlight. Yeah, just one flashlight. I can work with just one flashlight. Especially when you're wearing that horrendous outfit, Jake. That one just jumps out to my eyes even on a dark map. I'm not quite like shirtless Larry King over there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, well, we're in it now. There's no going back. There is absolutely no way out of this. We are ironclad to see this match through. 4 out of 5 flans. That's pretty okay. That's still a lot of grapes and little smokies. Because I refuse to accept that that's not what's in the flan. See. Meg mains need boops too. Oh, I'll give Meg mains a couple boops. Doing research needed to design the Trapper for previous update. Came to love playing him. A little satisfying. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to try running the Trapper. I have yet to do it, but I do think I'd probably end up liking him. There's already so many good killers that I like running, though. We'll give it a go one of these days, but not tonight. Not tonight. Unused icons. Oh, man. That one every time I'm going to think of Torment. I won't tell that story again. I told it on stream last night, so go check the broadcast if you're curious. But those sorts of like meta mysteries for anything like this where you really have to go outside just the base experience to try and find answers to stuff, I love it. I love it. Yeah, last night I talked about a game on stream called Torment that I liked. It wasn't really a game because it was just a thing that you did in a web browser. It was one page at a time and it was a bunch of puzzles. It was really cool. Unfortunately, it no longer exists because the community could not beat it, and they tried to hack the creators. Well, they successfully hacked the creator's email account. And so, in response, fairly, he said, nope, no more. Hi, Lori. Are you Lori? You're not Lori. Who are you, Jill? I see you back here. Let's get it. Oh, that's a nice sweater. It would be a shame if somebody cleaved through it. thought I could split the uprights. Come here, you. Come here. I'm gonna get you. Do you have dead hard? It would seem not. Alright, there's got to be a hook around here somewhere. I think there's one. Yeah, like right freaking here. Oh no. And it's right next to a totem. Good thing I got two, because somebody's gonna come for her and they're gonna find that right off. But it looked like people were over this way. There's our weed boy. Oh yeah, hiding in the weeds. Clever, clever. Although you kind of betrayed your tactic with your name. Nice. Where in the hell? What do you do? That was a mess. There, we got you. There we go. Haha, nice try, buddy. It was a good effort. Toxic gaming communities ruin yet another, right? Yeah. Her mom made her Ram, what were you saying? Whose mom made what? Sorry, I'm not entirely sure what that was in reference to. There's a delay on the stream, so I don't always see comments in good time. I told you, Jake, that outfit is not going to serve you well. I'm going to find you. I will find you. Not with all the grace and style of Liam Neeson, but I can throw a couple hatchets. I like to think that's kind of cool. Oh, her mom made her sweater for her. Nice. Yeah, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. You love a good handmade sweater. I love the feeling of driving an axe right through them. Does that make me a bad person? Or is it the hatchets that make me a bad person? I'm not sure which one. Alright, so there's at least 3 people over here. One of them is uninjured. And they're the one I want to find. You are healing yourself. Okay, somebody found a totem. Which is unfortunate. Come here, Jake. Oh, that rock. If that rock hadn't gotten in the way, that would have been a beautiful shot. Was there a reason you just decided to start walking there, my guy? Oh yeah, pallet? Catch it. It's such a beautiful combination. Who was it? Somebody had a flashlight, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Jill. I think Jill had the flashlight. Where's everybody else? Can I see anybody? Nope, they're all fairly close. But the nice thing is we already have Devour Hope up to 3 points. So, regular axe hits, not a hatchet. For now, we'll take them down in 1 hit. Oh, hey, buddy. I see you back there. I got you. You are the one I wanted to find all along. Because you were healthy. Where? Shoot, I really... Oh, I had another hook I could have taken him to. Nuts. Whoops. I trapped myself. Yeah, he's getting out of this one. That's embarrassing. Oh, he had boil over. I didn't even realize that. I'm gonna get you, bud. It is going to happen. See? I told you. I love that throw. I don't think a lot of Huntresses try it. Gary Paulson's the hatchet. Oh, nice, Rams. That was a good one. I am a fan of Gary Paulson's the hatchet. Get on the hook. You and your boil over. I mean, good struggling. Very good struggling. But just like, stop, you know? Oh! You see what I mean? It just kind of happens sometimes. That is not what I intended. Sorry, Claudette. Oh, you spooked me a tiny bit. Now she's over by my other thing. Okay. So hopefully, I won't be too far away when she gets let off, because if I am, and I can't make it, they're gonna come back and break my other hex, and I really don't want that. I really, really don't. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, somebody else over there. Cool. I know it's not Jill with the flashlight. Or maybe was he the one with the flashlight? He might have been the one with the flashlight. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's toast. Whatever he did or didn't have is on the floor somewhere. Now, we get the fun times of being able to execute people. Their hope will absolutely be devoured. Anybody healing up? Oh yeah, you're healing up. Oh, I feel bad. I won't do it to you. Not yet. I am, however, gonna make sure that... God, that was exactly what I was going to make sure of. Alright. You're dead now. I will not give you the same piece I gave her. You took away my executions. And it's very rude. I spent so long arranging those flaming skulls. Do you know how hot that shit is? My hands still hurt. In fact, they're the reason why I'm missing some of my hatchet throws. Perfect. Perfect. Got him. Yeah, Red, you say get him. I say I got him. Did somebody sabotage this hook? No, they didn't. The aura just disappeared for some reason. Alright. I have not seen Jill since the very beginning of it. Okay. Hi, friend. It's a good stun. Good stun. You weebled when you should have wobbled, Claudette. You turned right back into it. It's a good effort, though. We're just hanging out, having a good time. Throwing bladed weapons at people, you know, a regular Wednesday night. Alright, he just let himself go. So, time to find a hatch, or find some chickie tendies. I forgot that was their name. I have had some decent luck playing earlier today, getting hatches to spawn fairly near me. It seems that is not the case with this match. Oh, maybe. Ah, you love to see it. Now, the question, were you just waiting at an exit gate the whole time so that you could go? Because that's a pretty decent strategy, I think. If you're the last one trying to get the hatch, you just wait instead, let the killer run themselves crazy. Hopefully, by the time they find it, you've already got the time to clear the gate. There you are. Yeah, are you just ready to be over it, or? Okay. You know what? You did really good. I will let you go, Chicky Tendies. Because I saw you at the very beginning and I hadn't seen you since, so maybe you were playing like a bad teammate. And well, no, because you were still doing gens. So go for it. You may go now. Do 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 do. I am absolutely gonna yeet a hatchet at him as soon as that gate's open, though. Nice dead hard. Very good, very good. Hey, that one didn't go too shabby. We killed our obsession, so our rift challenge is intact. We're doing pretty decent. We only need to do one more of those. And we got a pip out of it. That's always nice. I think there's a decent chance we can make Eerie 1 by the time the season resets. It doesn't reset till the 13th. So, you know, like 2 weeks still, only halfway through the season. I think we can go up 3 more killer rank levels. No, that's not the one I wanted to click. Okay, I still have a little bit of flan. I got 3 flans left. We can do this. Unless, chat, what do you guys want to see after this? I'll do at least one more with Huntress, but those of you, if any of you are actively watching and want to see things mixed up, let me know. I'm happy to do a different killer. I'm happy to do some Survivor. Either one. At some point, I'll probably, hopefully, get to the point where I need to spend some blood points before they cap out. So if that happens, I'll go ahead and put us on a wellness break so you guys don't have to sit and just watch that because that's not very exciting. At least you can watch some of the highlight reel. Now, the fun part of just sitting and waiting for a match. I am looking forward to the matchmaking incentives though, coming out with the all the other reworks that are coming out in a couple weeks. I think that's going to be really cool. If you haven't heard, in one of the main ways they're really helping to kind of boost the blood points you can make, perks like barbecue and chili. Like barbecue and chili gives you a boost to all categories of blood points based on specific actions you do. Same with one of the survivor perks for David King. And after this rework, they're not going to have those anymore. The main way that they're going to help you augment your blood point intake and kind of reduce grind is every person based on like rank and region and stuff like that is going to have blood point matchmaking bonuses based on what's needed and relevant for kind of your own rank and skill level. So that hopefully not only do you get into matches faster, but you're paired with people who are a more appropriate skill level. So you can get, I think, anywhere from 25% to 100%, maybe even more, I don't know, probably not. But bonuses to all categories of your blood points for a match if you play whatever's needed more. So I think that's a really cool way to manage these longer matchmaking times when the game is either really busy or really slow. I'm not sure which one. But yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that's going to be a good change. And it's really, I think that'll be something that definitely encourages me when I'm just playing for fun to play Survivor a bit more if I'm not playing with friends. Because right now that's the main time I play Survivor is just when I'm playing with friends. So we can probably play some tonight though if you guys want to see me struggle to survive a little bit. We can definitely give that a go a little bit later, but I am trying to do some farming, and I make a lot more blood points playing a killer than I do a survivor just because of the difference in skill. Let's see, what even are my other builds for her? I don't remember, it's been a while. Oh yeah, I have my fuck you in the generator you wrote in on. It's all stuff to just undo generator progress.
So that's a fun one. And this is just kind of a nice general one. There's no hex totems to keep track of, which is nice. These two are the same, but there's certain hooks will blow up the generator with the most progress when you put somebody on them, which is nice. And then I love Spies from the Shadows. I like never see, and if I'm playing Survivor, I never see other killers run it. But I really think it's an underappreciated perk. I know it's been around for a while, but those crows all over the map, it's so nice, especially if you're somebody that doesn't have a ton of mobility. So you need to like pick a direction and know that there's something to find, so you're not just wandering aimlessly. Spies from the Shadows is so nice for map awareness. Oh, I love it. I love it. And one of the perks that's been around for a while, I think it's just a base survivor perk. It's not unique to anybody. Or no. It's a Jake Park survivor perk. Makes it so you don't alert the woodland creatures when you go by. So that's kind of the counter to the spies from the shadows going off. But it does other things, and the other reasons are the reason people tend to run it. Um, or no, it's gonna do other things. I'm mixing up two of his perks. It's been a while. Jake Park was my OG survivor that I was playing when I first got into this game. He was my favorite, and I haven't played him in ages. I just wanted to get his perks unlocked, and then was just kind of like, yeah, okay, let's see some of these other characters, and I ended up liking them a lot more. Let's see. And then the Shrine of Secrets is going to reset, I think, when we hopped on at the beginning. It said about 20 hours to reset, so I imagine that'll probably be the last one that's a 24-hour. I bet it probably goes back to being a week, which is normally how long it sticks around. All right, tonight we have Uwu Rixen, Rixen. A lot of Uwus in this game. Nate-Bit Gamer, Dynamite, and Casey. Like Casey Masterpiece, the barbecue? Because that would be awesome. I love that stuff. A couple people running Hat, or we're going to be running Hattie. Oh, but now we have a Michaela, so my totems are probably in trouble. And I see two flashlights. Oh, this is going to be fun. But two medkits, so people are planning to be healing each other, hopefully. So, Nurse's Calling is still going to kick in nice. Okay. While we are in matchmaking, or not matchmaking, while we're loading. Fantastic. You'll love to see it. I am going to step away for just like a minute while we're loading up, just to go blow my nose real quick. But not a full break. If you need to take a full break, go ahead. But I will be back in just a moment. Oh no, I hear it. I am coming. Hopefully, not too much time lost. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. All right, we made it. The nice thing about having wireless headphones. Let's go check this one over here. I feel like this might have been a silly one to come check first, but yeah, there's nobody here. They're all way over there, right? Probably by my other thing. Oh no, they're all right here. Hi. Just for good measure. You gonna try and double back on me? Oh no, you are just booking it. Okay, noted. Thank you. Thank you for that. Mood, Huntress, mood. You ever have days where you just gotta scream like a feral creature? Because oh boy, I sure do. It's pretty much every day. That is just my regular existence. Oh, almost had him. Merleon. Ooh, right in the nape of the neck, buddy. That's not going to be good for your health. You might want to get that looked at. Here, I know somebody who will take care of you. His name is Dr. Entity. This is his waiting room, so please just take a seat. There you go. Oh my goodness, everybody just needs to simmer down a little bit. Everybody's getting pretty riled up. I do need to reload. So we'll go ahead and do that far from him. Going to give yourself a haircut. Oh, okay. Good luck. Have fun. Hopefully it turns out, well, I mean, it's going to turn out good. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, Rams. I appreciate it. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, that short little pause I honestly kind of expected to be... it usually does that before somebody is in a locker. So I thought maybe I got them. I did not. I did not got them. But they're around here somewhere. So I do intend to spend a moment looking. Though it can't be too long, because I've already lost a lot of time in this match. And do not have a ton to show for it. Aha! Somebody was headed this way. Somebody's headed to my totem. That's not okay. Oh. They just left my totem alone. Weird. Yeah, this is a slow match. This is an awful big map. Oh, okay. Hi. I see you there. That is not a good place to put yourself, Leon. Alright, now where did you go? There you go. You're the one I really want, the one I haven't hooked yet. A little low. By all means, take... just a little off. Take the protection hit, please. And 2 more hatchets. I think we can swing it. I got 1 more hatchet. Maybe we can swing it. There, we got her. That's what we wanted to see. Now we just gotta reload. Alrighty, alrighty. Now, where did you run off to is the question. Probably somebody back here that I need to stop from progressing. Son of a bee sting. Well, I knew there was somebody I needed to stop. I didn't think that would be what I needed to stop him from doing. Alright, Hattie. Let's dance. Yeah, no, please drop yourself in a fatal funnel. You did it again. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate you acquiescing to my request. Get out of here, you. Yep, when you try and move and then go nowhere, it usually means somebody's crouching right under your view. Alright, now where did you dart off to? Back over that way? No, please, lead me away. I want to be far away when that unhook happens. I really, truly do. Just like that. See, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So now, I will come say hello. You're gonna drop that pallet. You're not gonna drop that pallet. I really wish that I still had a hatchet to throw at you. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna go get a hatchet to throw at her. I might lose her for half a second, but I think we'll get her at the end. They only have one thing left though, so this is not my best match. And that's okay. Nuts. I am gonna get you with one of these days. Oh, almost. You bugger. You were really good. Really making me work for it. It's like you've gone up against a huntress or two in your time. Oh, I thought that one got her. You, and then we're right back to where we were, aren't we? You bugger. I just want to see if I can get you. That's all I care about. There it is. There, you got it. Okay. And they're gonna open the gates and get out. Yeah. I know. But now it's just the principle of the thing. I gotta get her, you know? I gotta try at least. She's already gonna be way far ahead. Yeah, she's already in there. They're all in the safe range. Yep, they gone. All right, ballistic goodbye. Oh, bold strategy, dead harding away from the exit. I mean, it panned out fine for you, but still. Yeah, I know the entity hungers. Go eat a Snickers. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. We still need to kill the obsession one more time. I think we can pull it. Anybody out there in Viewerland, just as a reminder, we have a little bit of time, so if you want to see a different killer or switch to Survivor, I'm open to suggestions. Just let me know. I know some of you are probably watching passively. I still appreciate you sticking with me. But in case you are not entirely passive, I'm open to options. So essentially these are the killers available. And there's another row up there, but you can tell I have done virtually nothing with them. They're not my go-to batch. No, I want to see. There we go. So that is what I have available. If anybody has thoughts, I'm open to them. But I'm going to go ahead and start matchmaking for now, just in case. Since it takes so long, might as well hop in a match or two. Okay, I didn't actually end up making it to the bathroom to blow my nose. I had to go stop and check on something along the way. So I'm going to do that while we're matchmaking. Again, not a full wellness break, but take one if you need or even just want one. If you are unfamiliar with a wellness break, I'll go ahead and put that up for you just for the short time that I'm gone. So we will be right back in literally probably like a minute or two. Okay, we are coming back from what I saw glancing at my screen on the approach. It does not look like we have a match quite yet. Ugh. Okay, now we're getting back to it. So, yeah. Well, the nice thing is, after that last match, there's nowhere to go but up. We can't do a ton worse than that. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have the pictures on this computer, but on one of these upcoming streams, probably next week, since this is for either my second to last or last one for this week before going out of town, I'll try and get some pictures put up for you guys to see my skydiving adventure. I got to go skydiving and cross that off the bucket list this last weekend, so it was a ton of fun. They 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 were great. The place we went, it was significantly less expensive than I was afraid it would be. It was a long time in the making because my wife originally tried to surprise me with a skydiving jump last year on my birthday. Um, and so we had a camping event to go to with some friends, and we went. It was a Friday, Saturday, and then leave on Sunday sort of deal. And the plan was to leave on Sunday, and she would not tell me we were doing anything. She would just start driving to the airfield, and I would not know why we weren't going home. Um, and we would get there, and my buddy who got me into historical reenacting would be waiting, and he lives in Wisconsin, so it really would have been quite the shock. He would have been waiting there to meet us, and we would have jumped out of plane that day, and that was the idea. And I would have been none the wiser until it was already time to go, because she knows how badly I've wanted to do that for a long time. But unfortunately, they called us while we were still out camping and said that it was preemptively rained out. The forecast was just undeniably bad and couldn't be jumped in. So she had to spill the beans and let me know what was up. And so we rescheduled, and that got canceled for weather again. So we went on Saturday, and Saturday we are 10 minutes from the airfield. My buddy is already there, having driven down from Wisconsin, so like a 6 hour drive. And we get a phone call and an email saying, hey, too many clouds have formed. We cannot jump anymore today. So we're just there like, ah, well, shit. And so we managed to talk them into squeezing us in Sunday the next day, even though they were technically fully booked up. But they squeezed a little room for us, and so he just kind of crashed at our place. We went and had a little too much to drink the night before, which is, highly advisable when you're about to go skydiving the next day. Uh, so I was feeling fine by the time we got up in the plane, but he got to jump out with a hangover. So good times. But we we had a ton of fun. The only thing I wish that they had warned me of ahead of time was how gnarly it would be on your ears. And I don't mean like the pressure. Like I expected it to be loud, but I did not expect it to be so painful just from the noise. And I am hard of hearing. Like I have hearing aids that I was deliberately not wearing, and it was still so loud that it was just painful. But now that I know that, I wholeheartedly intend to be prepared the next time I go because I'm going to do it again. It wasn't the first time I've jumped out of a plane, but I did it in the military, and it's a very different experience from significantly lower to the ground. Anyway, let's review. I see one flashlight. Dumb Pieces has a flashlight. Venom 181st. Femboy Liker. Hey, good for you. Good for you being open about what you like. That's awesome. And the Grime Clips, we had them earlier, just a couple matches ago. I think they might have been the Nia that rage quit. I think they might have been a rage quitter. Oh, putting up a throwback cake from last year. Okay, it's not a fantastic match, but it's still going to be fun. Convincing my friend who to go skydiving with me. We live nowhere near each other. Okay, all right. So I'm 6 hours from my buddy, 6.5 or so. Uh, when you say nowhere near, are we talking like Like 6 to 10 hours nowhere near, or like you would have to hop on a plane and stay on it in order to reconvene. So, I mean, there's a thought. You could fly out to see who, do your jump on the way, hang out, and then who comes out with you, jumps out on the way, on your way back, and then just goes straight home from there. Hop on a plane far? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, if you can ever find some other excuse to get together, if you're considering it, I highly suggest it. It was such a fun time. Just, I'd look into some hearing protection if I could give one piece of advice. I generally do not do great on this map, so we shall see how we do. The Grime Eclipse. Oh yeah? Already retreating to the Killer Shack, huh? That was a bad decision, friend. Except for my internet getting stupid on me. I guess it was a fairly good decision. Good gracious, that was terrible. I really should have had that. Alright, well, I can't afford to just sit here chasing her around the shack the whole time, so we're gonna move on. You do your thing. I'll come back and get you later. Maybe you'll try the same trick. Into getting a free falling certificate. Yeah, I want to do the training and the classwork to get the free fall certificate. It's a little more expensive than I can afford right now, but honestly, I would have a ton of fun taking friends that want to go skydiving, tandem diving, and being like the tandem instructor for their jump. You just like snuck right by me, didn't you? Oh, barely too low. Fine, we'll go ahead and break this open. This one's always closed. Not off to the best start, but hey, you know what? That's okay. This one, I think it's fair to say, is not entirely my fault. It's not just playing badly. The internet did kind of get me on that because I will happily own up to when it's my own mistake, and there's no way to know if I would have actually made that. But oh, good, you know where my totem is now. You're gonna jump right back through. Oh my God, this is being terrible. Gotcha. We're making up a little ground despite the wonkiness. Alright, I should have a hook somewhere. Vaguely nearby. Over here. We got a hook over here. That'll do just fine. Alright, now, let's get some barbecue and chili cooking. We'll see where everybody else is. Oh, they're just right over there. That's beautiful. Hello again. Right to the foot. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll take it. Not quite what I was hoping for, but it'll do. And I had a hook. There. Yeah. If it doesn't have the aura, even if it's right in my face, I miss it so frequently. It is sad. Alright, now, time to go back, because they are gonna go get my totem. But I also need to break this out of the way. So we'll see how we do. I might not make it in time. I probably won't make it in time. Oh, hello. Sure, but I'm coming back this way. Oh, they didn't come for my totem. I'll be damned. That's what I would have done. Because they absolutely would have gotten it if they tried. Alright. So they're not on that gen, they're not on this gen. That one, They have to. Are they all on this one? Are they staying together that tightly? Yes, they are. Okay, so there she went and got it. That's fair. It's not gonna save you. Your jukin is not gonna save you this time. Alright, now where's my other totem? Am I out already? Did they get them both? Oh no. I still have one over there. And there's no generators left over there, so hopefully nobody went that way and saw it. Now, I bet she's overworking that gen. So... Oh, beautiful. Oh, okay. Didn't feel like it, huh? Thought I heard something weird. Must just be me. Fantastic. I love to see it. Come here, you. I'm gonna get you, and you're not gonna like it. Because you're down in one hit. And I think you are the only one with a flashlight? So you are priority. And there's probably somebody... Oh no, they're healing each other up over there. That'll do for me. I'll take that. But they are back over by my totem, so they probably... Yep. Oh, she got herself off the hook. I think. If I read that right. Yeah, Lori? I bet it was you, wasn't it? You destroyed my stuff. It's very rude, you know. Oh, hello, big spider on the wall. Sorry if that came up on camera. I know, Rad, you're not a big fan. To put it underwhelmingly. Sorry, didn't mean to be insensitive. And anybody else that's not a big fan of spiders. But it looks like I think it wasn't anywhere you guys could see. Beautiful, beautiful. You love to see it. She ran right into it. I mean, at that point, you kind of hit yourself in. Yeah, you really felt like that was the best play? It's bold strategy, Cotton. I saw you there. I'm not gonna go pick somebody else up under a pallet when I know you're around, Mia. Come on, give me some credit at least. See, now we're getting places. I don't know where Claudette is or what she's been up to, but... Perfect, thank you. That is all I wanted. Oh, and I'm out of hatchets. So I can't just yeet at her. Begs the last one in your room to die for me as you hosted down with bug spray. Nice. That's a fair request, I think. I mean, because if you're hosing it down with bug spray and it doesn't, I think begging is the appropriate term. Claudette's up there healing. I don't know if I'll have an angle on her with the hatchet, but I just might. Nope, she is just outside. Oof. I mean, really, Claudette, that fall in and of itself probably should have killed you. It was a valiant attempt, valiant attempt. We had to bounce back after that last match, so we did okay. What's on the docket tonight, Rad? Are you still on Final Fantasy? You're doing collecting? I know you said on Discord earlier what you were working on, I just don't remember what it was. You managed to not get swamped. I did see that. Yeah, we pulled this one out okay. Oh, and the hatch was right there. Everybody just died too fast. Oh, almost a second pip. Almost. Alright, we completed our Kill the Obsession challenge, so that's always great. Let's go pick a new one. Couple of hard killer challenges I don't care to mess with. Oh, that's right. Hey, we completed this page of the most recent tome. Finally, the last page. We have completed the tome for the current rift, officially. Fully deplete 6 medkits. That one's not for me. Break walls, pallets, and generators. Oh, you've been watching my stream. Well, thank you. Leveled up your Reaper a bit. Came to watch me murder survivors. Well, thank you. I appreciate the company. Carry survivors over 300 meters. Because not enough death, right? Well, if you weren't getting swamped earlier while you were on there, just getting ganged up on. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna say this wrong, but Claudigo Connor, thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Good game. You guys were a lot of fun. Which let's see, which survivor were you? I don't remember your Twitch handle being one of the ones in the game. Let's see. Uh, I think I'm having fun with hatchets. We got one more flawn for the huntress. Let's do another one. Just one more, then we'll mix things up. You were Nia. Okay. Okay, cool. I I don't remember. Did I bump into you in an earlier match tonight? Like maybe an hour or two ago? Oh, thank you. I really like the Huntress. Uh I try and play her, fun and fair without trying to be a jerk to people. So I like to think it makes a good experience for survivors too. And you guys were my rebound. I was not a good Huntress the match before you guys. It was pretty rough, but it was kind of an outlier. The matches tonight for the most part have been going pretty well. So yeah, you guys were a ton of fun. Definitely made me have to think and work on it. So yeah, well, again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Whether you hang around or not is entirely up to you, but I mean, I'm always happy to have people hang around in chat, or even if you just want to lurk while you're playing your own matches. That's always good with me. We are just trying to farm some points to celebrate the end of the masquerade, because this will be my last chance to play during it. So, we're not running the test beta. I don't know if you've been keeping tabs on all of that, but I don't do public test betas. So, we're just hanging out. But yeah, how have your matches been tonight? Good game, Connor. Oh, the joys of just waiting in matchmaking. How many of these? Oh, this is my last one for that item too. Okay, all right. Yeah. Have you been at it for a while? I've been finding a lot of like really good, fair, balanced matches tonight. So I'm curious if it's been the same experience for other people. I was playing earlier today during the day. I did just a short stream that was also pretty darn good. But a couple nights ago, it was just matchmaking was being rough. Like it was just kicking my butt. I think I had one match where I got more than one survivor sacrificed. The rest were all just, I mean, they were fun. They were a lot of fun for the most part, but they were a struggle. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. I felt like I was always a step behind you guys for most of that match. You're just, it was always a, I'm pretty sure they're at this generator, and oh, hey, it popped. Or I'm pretty sure they're going to go for my hex totem over there because I know one of them knows where it is. And oh, hey, look, there it goes. Always just, a step or two behind. But no, you guys did great. It was a fun one. I didn't get to pull some of my better shots on that, but I was pretty content with the hatchet throwing. It went pretty okay. Now, let's see. While we're waiting, what other cosmetics do I have for her? Let's go to this one. So here's my full prestige. Because I have the Huntress mask and the owl head. Those are the ones I usually run. We have the bloody one. I do like the masks, the killers that have the glowing eyes as part of their getup. I do think those are cool. Like her and Legion, I know have the glowing eyes. I want to say that was a previous event, but it was before I was playing the game, so I don't know which one. I might say on it, winter event. Hey, there you go. Winter 2017 to 18. Uh, I do think that having the black mask, if you have a perk or you just manage to get the either undetectable status or give somebody oblivious, I do think just a little thing like having the darker rabbit mask makes her a lot harder to see coming. Because I have definitely snuck up on people when I wasn't really being sneaky while doing that. But I think we'll keep spot 3 for that. Yeah, and I don't have any other cosmetics for her other than prestige items in that one jacket. That's such a good jacket. She has some cool cosmetic stuff, but this jacket is hands down my favorite. Oh, I have old charms. We gotta get Ruffles. There's Ruffles. We gotta get dear old Ruffles out there to show that we are friends to the people we are killing. Oh hey, Femboy Liker and Dumb Pieces and Venom 181st. It's the entire party we just played. Oh man, Connor, is this you again? I don't think so. I think you were the one odd person out, but this is the exact same group. Those three. That's hilarious. Oh, oh, they're probably gonna be a bit bummed. Oh, that's just too funny. I love that. Ah, I do wish that I could take part in the pre-match chat because the survivors all have a chat bar they can type into to communicate a bit before starting, and I can't see it. But I do wish every now and then that I could just pop in there, just to for people who aren't streaming, so that you can just be like, hey, good luck, have fun, show that I'm not I'm not gonna try and be an asshole, like you know, lay all the cards on the table. But apparently, the only way to do that if is to just catch people while they're streaming and pop in and say it, which I try to do. We did get a cake, only 2 out of 5 flans. It is not a fantastic match, but it'll still be pretty good, I think. We are fast approaching the point where I am going to need to do some point spending, and that is not the most exciting thing to watch. So if I have another couple decent rounds, I would guess probably after one or two more, after this one, I'll probably need to take a short break to just spend enough points to not cap out. But yeah, maybe then after that, maybe we'll try some Survivor. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, into the rainbow. First match doesn't count unless the killer brings Mori. That is one thing about this game that I think is really cool. I did not realize it when I started playing it, and just kind of loosely getting familiar with the wider community. Not that I'm very familiar with it at all, um, but it is a really cool, supportive LGBTQ community by and large, from what I've seen, and I think that's pretty awesome. For a game as horrible as this one about, just shredding people to ribbons and chopping them up and putting them on meat hooks, there's an odd amount of wholesomeness to the community at large, which is just so refreshing. Oh, alright. Good dead hard. Good try, though. Dumb idea. I'd love to be in a VC with a killer just to see if you can keep aggro on me with all my... Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, sometime, Rad, I know you said you just got this not long ago. Sometime if we're doing a custom game, then we can definitely do that sometime. Doing a kill your friends mode. Somebody was over here. I just wonder where they went. Are they gonna stun me? No. Are they gonna be... Did they already leave? They must have already left. That's okay. We'll get them. Yeah, you just wanted to go right back to it? Don't worry, dumb pieces. You can stay on the ground. I'm gonna chase your friend so that you can get let up. I'm not trying to tunnel you out of the game, I promise. I really wanted to hit the other guy. Oh yeah? Hey, little Sailor Steve. You fell for the same thing dumb pieces did. Yeah, I've only done like one kind of round of kill your friends in this game. Just most of my friends that I play this with, if they're playing, they want to be earning blood points, and especially like during an event like this, I feel the same. But yeah, I think it would just be a ton of fun to get a crew of people together and just do some shenanigans, whether on stream or off. There was a person over here. I saw your aura. Oh, are you the one that got them down? Probably. Well, we'll reload since we're here, since we need to-ish. We'll go ahead and kick this again. But we're doing pretty okay for ourselves. Well, hello! The one new person in this party. She ran around back, I think? Yeah. Yeah, so she's gonna go up top, I think, is where it lets out. Yep. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do. I'll leave her alone. They're gonna be off fixing stuff up somewhere else. Did they get either of my things? There's one. Did they get the other one? They must have. I only see the one. Alright, so the others haven't come up this way. Almost. So close. Gotcha. You got a friend over here working on this? Nope. Okay. Oh, the stupid fire barrels get me every time. I always think it's somebody running around. I don't know if they were deliberately designed to sound that similar. Yeah? Nice try, dumb pieces. You almost had it. There you go, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, that was not the direction to go, friend. Sorry. Sounds like your other buddy is on that gen and is about to pop it, though, so... And you did your job, and you did it well. You kept me distracted, bought them time, so good work, good work. Right, so there's one over there. One over there. There you are, Stevie. Come here. Come here, I'm gonna get you. And then you left your safe zone of the pallet. Oh, I thought maybe I could split the difference. I'm pretty sure I've done that before. Ah, I didn't quite get it. Drat. How much we want to bet? Got him. I'll take it. Please and thank you. Oh. Beset on all sides. Alright, alright. Good effort, everybody. I am surprised I kept a hold of it. She was so close to slamming a freaking pallet down on me. But she's probably gonna pop up, get him off the hook, and I need to be further away. Damn, I was too close. Oh, they got my other thing. Alright, who was it? Was it Venom? I haven't even seen you like at all. No, not Venom. Oh, hopefully that spooked her a little bit. Go ahead and reload. We're doing okay. I think they've probably given up on this area, for now at least. I bet she has noped out to go somewhere else, so we will go somewhere else. Because even if not, like even if she's around, she's one person here, but there's two people elsewhere, and I found elsewhere. There you are. Can you tell how much delight I get from a good hatchet throw? By the way, I just cackle like a crazy person who might actually throw a hatchet at someone. Because, fun fact, I do throw axes at people. Sometimes, not often. And that is not hyperbole or symbolism. In reenacting, we do steel combat, so I do legitimately throw hand axes at my friends sometimes. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't have my hex up anymore. Alright, Stevie, you're the one I want. He can go do whatever, but I want you. I just Darth Vader force pulled him into my grasp, apparently. I don't know if it looks that way on your guys' screen, but at least for me, it like my hand went out before the grabbing animation actually started, so it really looked like I just force pulled him into my clutches. Yeah, right? You're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't remember who sings that. I feel like I should know. Oh boy, I hope they don't get the hatch over here. They might have found the hatch. Oh, nope. She did not find the hatch. I need to stay in the middle and keep her. Oh, I thought that he was dead. No, you're not the one I want. Sorry, buddy. I want to get her. I did legitimately think he died. I just wasn't paying close enough attention, I guess. Which way are you going, friend? That's the way you're going. There we go. Grease, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure that is Grease. Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, my dude. Go get your friend. That's the first time I hooked her, huh? I'll be damned. Wait a minute. I can reload down here, and I know where the things are. I don't have to go look at... excuse me. Really? Valiant effort. Good game, Connor. I don't know if you saw my reaction when matchmaking happened, but I was laughing. I mean, just what are the freaking odds? We must be the only people playing. In which case, I look forward to more matches with you guys after this. Hey, Leon. We'll go ahead and put you guys out of your misery and put you on to another match. Good game. Good game. Yeah, that one was fun. Alright, this time maybe I can find the hatch. We'll see. Probably not. It'll have to spawn like right behind me. And even then, sometimes it's still not enough time to turn around and close it. See? Oh, man. Oh, that was just too funny to me. What tunnel? On you? Okay. I mean, there's two people left. Alright, that's fine. If you want to be salty that I was trying to not pick on the person already near death, that's okay. That's alright. They can go be salty, and that's fine by me. It don't ruin my fun. I like getting hit by hot dogs. It don't bother me none, is the quote that comes to mind. If anybody can name that quote, I will be impressed. That is a lesser quote, I think, in the wider worlds, but in my family, it is a frequently quoted movie overall. Alright, I said I'd mix it up after that, so let's see. I think we'll still do some killer, just because I've got a little more room on points to earn before I go spamming them into survivors. Let's try Freddy. I had some fun with Freddy earlier. And I still have that. How much flan do I have? I got 2 flan for Freddy. We got this. We got this. Ugh. Man, it is tempting to just go in and and clear out like a level at a time in the blood web just to see what comes next. But I find myself doing that a lot, and I just burn through a lot of blood points I meant to put into other people. The temptation is real though. It's just like trying to trying to gamble a little bit and see if you get the perks you want or the items you want. You missed the quote itself. You didn't hear the quote. It was I like getting hit by hot dogs. It don't bother me none. So 10 points to Connor or Rad or anybody else if you manage to name that successfully while I go get a drink. All right, let's see if anybody got some 10 points. Ooh, Waterboy's a good guess, but no, not quite. It is a good guess though. I'm trying to think. No, he's not in that one. But a very similar vein of cinematic quality. I'll give you one more guess if you want it, Rad, while I crack open a beer. Because we're celebrating today. Still. Ah, mediocre beer. But it's the beer my buddy and I drink, so he left a bunch of it at my house after or before skydiving. So we gotta get through it somehow. My goats aren't gonna drink it. I suppose it does taste kind of like grain. Dukes of Hazzard. Ooh, I wouldn't have thought of that. I honestly kind of forgot that that was a movie that they made. I think about the same time, but no, it's Joe Dirt. Cleaning the cafeteria, somebody throws a hot dog on him and he tries to play it off. Says that quote, and then immediately everybody starts throwing chili dogs on him. Ah, what a quality piece of cinematic history. Fun times. Good old Joe Dirt. It is a fun one. I haven't watched that in a while. I associate that movie heavily with my brother. My oldest brother, like it came out right when he and his buddies were in high school, so that was like the thing everybody was talking about and quoting. It's a fun one. I mean, it's a trip. There's some it's it's David Spade being David Spade about it, but it is fun. There are definitely some great moments. There's one point where he goes to a fireworks stand. This is why I associate this movie with my brother. At one point, he goes to a fireworks stand. I never saw the Dukes movie either, actually. I haven't seen a ton of the show, but I have seen some of the show. Anyway, that's the lack of my ADHD meds kicking in. Uh, um, Shoot, I was on it. Oh yeah. So he goes to a fireworks stand to buy some fireworks, and the guy has like nothing. All he has for fireworks to sell are snakes and sparklers. And Joe Dirt gets up in there, and he is just incredulous. He goes up to this guy and is just like, "What do you mean? This is a fireworks stand. You're telling me that you run a fireworks stand and you don't have no." And he just goes on this like 2 or 3 minute long tirade listing extremely specific forms of fireworks that have ridiculous names. Uh, and my brother could do the whole thing from memory, and to this day he still can. He probably hasn't seen that movie in like at least 5 years, probably double digits, but he can still do that bit from memory because he just committed it so hard. It's a fantastic match. Love to see it. That's very good. I'm sure you could probably, Rad, if you want some time, if you think about it, you could probably just look up wow, on YouTube, Joe Dirt Fireworks, and it's a good little bit. There's just something about it that's just a weird goofiness that just hits me right in the funny bone. Charlotte technically Victor's house. I don't want to think about that. I do agree with Michael. Some of y'all, including me, need a good bonking. I am here to deliver that good bonking. Oh, thanks, Brandon. It is a bit early, or belated, but thanks. Oh, here goes nothing. Oh, hey, we're back here. We'll see how we do. And now I don't have any hex totems to worry about, so there is a relief in that. It is also just weird to not have that as part of my kind of guiding strategy of if I don't have anything else to do, go check on my totems. Excuse me, sorry. But I do have fake pallets. I got somebody running around, running away. I guess they went this way. Oh, they did not. They did not go that way. They went the way I originally suspected. That is an interesting thing that I've seen crop up over the last couple weeks. I feel like I'd never used to see survivors go into the killer shack and try and hide on the stairs, and now I see it all the time. Gotcha. Thank you for giving me some deceptive ammunition. Oh yeah. You're the first one. You're going up on the hill. We're gonna send a message. And the message is high five, bro. Alright, well they're getting into something down there. Let's see if we can't spook them off for half a second. Hello. Oh, you turned the wrong way. Your pallet was to the left. That's okay. You have a chance. You can try again if you want. Maybe later. I'll let you try again. I can't say I'll commit to it, but we can make a go of it. Got you off. The hook. The hook, people. This is not that kind of game, despite how thirsty the Dead by Daylight community is on any given day. Maybe over here? Oh, maybe over here? I bet they're on this one. It's like right here. Okay, so you did run away. Hello, Kate Denson. I see you. Ah, damn, didn't actually get the hit on her. Nuts. Yep, well, you'll want to lead me away, but I know why. Get out of here. Get out of here with that stuff. I know better, Denson. Do not take me for some killer of cheap tricks. That quote doesn't work as well as I wanted it to. Maybe I have to shout it. I'm not going to do that. The rest of my household is asleep, and I intend to keep it that way. Oh, yeah? Oh, no, you're not going to try and drop the fake pallet on me? Damn. Come on. Come on. Let's dance. Ooh, good dead hard. That was very good. Well played. Very, very good. I mean, also very good for me because now I got another one of those to work with. Let's get them off the generator. Yeah, that's what I thought. Also kind of what I thought. Haha! Psych! Go ahead and put one there. I'm not sure where it pulled it from because I can only have so many at a time. So it just pulls the oldest one, but that'll do. It'll do good enough. Who is making loud noises over here? Huh? It's you. Alright, well, you can go away. Hi, Denson. Oh man, I hope that was a good spook. I was surprised to see her standing there with her back to me. Here I come to slap your face. Do it, do it, do it. Yes! So cathartic. So rewarding. Oh, I only have one hook this match. I have been a little lackadaisical. I thought I had more. I've just been having fun. Oh no. Oh no. Where's the other one? The other one's probably around here. They're coming this way. Hello. Okay, so there's that. Y'all are probably gonna be at that one. I don't want you to be. Oh, okay. They're not at this one either. Cool. I heard footsteps. I heard them. I'm pretty sure they weren't mine. There we go. Hello again, Denson. You want to tango some more? I'll tango with you. Oh yeah, you caught on to my deception. Ooh, yeah, let's put you in the basement. That'll throw. Yeah, that'll throw everybody off. Now we've thrown them off the rhythm. No, I didn't intend to actually see that teleport through, but it works. Ah, nuts. Oh yeah? That was a bit silly. But I'm sure it works on quite a few people. I'm sure similar things have worked on me many times and I just never knew it. Unfortunately for you, this time I just knew it. Okay, alright, so they're healing up and going for this gate, and we are playing into Freddy Krueger's great strength, the late game. Alright, Denson. Are we gonna do this again? I hope so. Nuts. Oh yeah? Well, alright, fine. Everybody else is gonna be leaving, so... Yeah, they're all going over this way. They're just waiting to get all present and pop it.
Yeah? Okay. There you go. Get out of here. Now, where's your friend? At the other gate? Maybe. I'd be a little surprised. Probably just hanging out around. But there's a hatch I can kick. I will kick that hatch. Are you at the other gate? No, you're not. Did you sneak in past me? Nope. Did you get lost? Maybe they are at the other gate, they're just not inside it. Okay, well, I guess we'll go see. If she gets out, she gets out. It's not like I'm going to be able to get her anyway. Oh, okay, there you are. I see you. There you go. Now get out of here. Get out of here. I gave you my high five, my good game. There you go. Good game. That was good. That was good. They definitely kept the pressure on me. Good times had by all. Yeah, not my best for rank progression, and that's okay. Oh, I didn't even realize I hit Eerie 3. Nice. Okay, and we finished our challenge. We carried people 300 meters. That's a long ways. Would not care to carry anybody that long. I don't care if you're 10 pounds. You're gonna get heavy real fast. Let's see, current tome. Earn blood points, I think we can manage that. But, yeah, thank you, Rad. I had fun with it. I think I am going to go ahead and pop us not onto the obnoxious game while I invest blood points. But, yeah, there we go. We'll just have some chat mode while I do this. I just need to get to the right person, because otherwise it's just you guys hearing me click through all this stuff over and over, and I don't think I would enjoy it all that much, so we'll work on it. Alright. But, yeah. So let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, you would. You would, Bloodweb. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of some other stuff I can do. Once we hit affiliate for the channel, I am very much looking forward to starting to branch out a little bit and become more of a variety channel. Because don't get me wrong, I love Dead by Daylight, but there's a lot of other stuff I would like to do. So, if there's anything that y'all ever feel like would be fun to watch me do, I'm open to suggestions. I know Fall Guys I recently got. I haven't played it yet, but I have played it in the past on other people's games, and it's a ton of fun. So I think that one could be a good time, especially playing with friends, or playing with a couple beers or something a little bit more interesting. Could be a lot of fun also. Just any game that's designed to make you make a clown out of yourself, I'm all for it. Thank you, Connor. Thank you. I thought that one was pretty fun. So, let's see. Just try and spam all these. But, what's good out there tonight, chat? This evening, today, just something fun from your day to day.
as I just sit here clicking like a madman. Trying to think, what else? What else have I been wanting to do? I've been wanting, I know I mentioned it, I think last night, I can't remember if you were here for it, Rad. I know long games on streams can be a little bit difficult, just like a long linear story game, but I still think it would be a ton of fun to play Mass Effect on stream, just make an ongoing series of it. I think that could be a good time. That's one of my favorite game series. I know you and I have enthused about it in Discord before. At least I'm pretty sure it was you. I know there were quite a few people in that server that very much like Mass Effect. Because I started playing the remastered edition a couple months ago, and then I got good internet in Dead by Daylight, so I haven't really done a ton with it. So I'm not so far in that I'd begrudge like starting over to start doing a stream playthrough. I don't know. I think there's just so much potential for cool moments and just absolute hilarity. The Grim Eclipse. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add you right now. I'm actually, once I'm done spending some of these blood points, I was going to switch over and do some surviving. So, yeah, if you've got room in a lobby for me, I'd be happy to join you. 200 flan. Holy balls. That is awesome. The Grim... Nope, there's no spaces. The Grim Eclipse. If I can remember how to spell eclipse. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the, I mean, I think technically it was my ad, but you sent the invite, so yeah, thanks for the ad. It is always fun to play this with other people. Especially surviving. That is, I think, one of my highlights of the game. So I enjoy pulling a fast one on survivors as a killer, but if I'm surviving, I usually have a lot more fun playing with friends. Alright, so we got Nia prestiged up to level 2, and I think that'll be good enough. I will spend some blood points to farm some flan for her. But then, yeah, I'd be up to go ahead and do a couple rounds of Survivor with you. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're in a match right now or anything, but if you're not, go ahead and send me an invite, and I can still work on this while we're matchmaking. We're getting to the end of my my spree. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Nia all the way up to P3 during this event, which is unfortunate, but hopefully I'll be able to end it with her having quite a bit of flan to hopefully carry the momentum forward a bit. Okay, Dead by Daylight being buggy. That's fair. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still just spending blood points. Yeah, I won't join any matches if I know you're trying to power through it. Okay, I know it's the most exciting part of the game is spending blood points. Oh, that'll be a good one for her. Okay, I think I was about to say I think that'll do, and then I continue going. Okay, there we go. So now we're back. We've got Nia and her slick butterfly jacket. I think that one's pretty cool. Well, I'm all out of points, so yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. I might not play Nia, though. I think Yui still has a bunch of flan. Oh yeah, Yui has like 15 flan. We're good. And I just need to earn blood points, so I don't even need to change my challenge. Oh hey, the Grim Eclipse accepted my friend request. Oh, that's so cool. That's very nice of them. They must be such a cool person. Hello, hello. Well, shoot, look at you with your gold 3 survivor. Meanwhile, me at bronze 1. uh, I will reiterate my caveat that I am a mediocre at best survivor. So, I hope you don't expect too much. I just want to manage the expectations a little bit. But while we're matchmaking again, sorry, I'm going to get up for half a second, but I will be back. Oh, matchmaking favors survivors tonight. That is a little atypical in my experience. Well, our killer's ready. That's disconcerting. Just having some company. Yeah, it is always nice to just have company, just to play. Like voice chat is always convenient. Well, maybe not always. Sometimes you get somebody that's loud, but even just knowing like you're just playing with someone, even if you don't have voice, I always find very comforting. We'll body double the survivor struggle together, and we'll see how we fare. Oh, almost fantastic. Chalk, of all things, Chalk. Interesting. Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for him. Oh, the doctor. I hate the doctor. He's such a crazy killer. I mean, literally. But the trickster, I think, though, has got to be one of my most, not even most, one of my least favorites to play against as a survivor. It's just, In my book, it always just seems like there's nothing you can do. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for hanging out tonight, Rad. It was good to chat with you and have you around. We'll catch you later. I'll send some stuff in Discord tomorrow. I'll have time while I'm just getting ready to pack, so we'll uh we'll see you then. Have a good night. Get some good rest. Yeah. And Connor, I might only have like 2 more matches in me. I should probably get some sleep because my dog wakes me up at 6 a.m. every morning, regardless of how late I stay up. She's very considerate that way. So I should probably not get 3 hours of sleep tonight. But we'll see. We'll be having a bunch of fun, so I may be able to squeeze in an extra one or two. Oh, hi friends. Uh, oh no. Oh no. Who is it? I didn't see who it was. Oh, it's a Deathslinger. Neat. There's just so many of us here. Oh boy. Talk about a target-rich environment. But I think he left to chase maybe you, Connor? I'm not sure. Oh, no, there you are. Hi. Hello, friend. Let's see if we can't pop this before he comes back. Ah, shoot, sorry. If he comes for us, I'll run and try and pull him off. Woohoo! I love the confetti. Which way are we going? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He seems to be pretty set on whoever he's chasing. I'm not complaining. Not yet. Once he comes to chase me, I'm not going to be so keen on my appreciation. Hey, we're about to get another one. Ta-da! Ooh. Ah, crap, he probably sees me. No? Somehow he didn't? That's a freaking miracle and a half. Connor, I lost you. I imagine you probably went inside. I'm trying to work on this one outside. But I think we can manage it. Good to keep some split progress going since he seems to commit to one person pretty hard at a time. Although he might be starting to come my way-ish. Nice, good work. He's really fixated on them over around the shack. Like, oh, oh, maybe not. I stand corrected. But we're about to pop this gen. Woohoo! Oh, nuts. I thought I had half a second to make it. Well, he's on me for now. Ah. Yeah, he's got me down. Yeah, he's still just hanging out on me. He might not ever leave. Yeah, I think he's just gonna be face camping me this whole time. Man, this is not a good way to play the game. It's lame. I am running with him. Oh, that jerk. Hey, we got the blind on him. Run, run, run. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Oh, I ducked out. Sorry. I don't tango with him in the exit gate. I've learned that lesson. Did he get somebody else? Yeah, good job. Yeah, good job, man. You rocked the scoreboards. What happened to the other two? They're still in here screwing with him? My guys, this is a terrible idea. Yeah, sorry, I'm spectating. Okay, there we go. Alright. I'm ready for another one. Let's go. Let's go. Good times, good times. Well, hey, look at that. We survived. I appreciate you getting me down despite the blatant face camping right next to the gate. That's never fun. But man, BT sure is a nice thing, huh? I am looking forward to having borrowed time just be innate with the changes. That's going to be super convenient. I mean, only for I think it's like 3 seconds, but still. Reinhardt King and Natural Confusion. What a mood. Welcome to my entire existence there, Hattie. Put me on blast like that. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always freaking confused. Naturally so. Yeah, that last match, I don't think I got a single altruism point. Got a few other decent point builds, but altruism was not among them. I mean, he really only, I think I was the only person that got hooked, and he only got like 3 or 4 hits on people besides me. Alright, 4 flan, we can work with that. We can definitely work with that. One of his voice lines will only trigger in one of 2 very specific circumstances. Huh. I wonder what they are. That's cool. It is fun to have, like, I don't know, little niche things like that. I always think it's pretty exciting to find those. Oh boy, yeah, the yawns are setting in. I've probably only got this one and maybe one more afterwards, and then it'll probably be time for me to try and get some sleep. But we'll put our all into this one. And maybe the next one. I don't know how that computes for all, but we'll see. Oh, of course, yeah, I'm having a ton of fun playing with you. Oh, hello, friend. Look at that, the game knows. Yeah, I'm having a ton of fun. Here we go. Although it's right about this point that I start to worry if I don't hear a terror radius. Because then it's just going to be suddenly Myers right behind me. Like the Mr. Clean Man, but worse. Okay, natural confusion got hit. We're fine. We're going to pop this one easy peasy. Woohoo! Uh-oh. I heard a terror radius. I hear a generator started up already. Oh, hey. Look at us coming in to save the day. Could also be interpreted as steal their thunder, but, you know, potato, potato. Oh, it's a dredge. Good to know. Oh, Lord, here coming. Okay, I'm glad that she didn't break and run. I'm glad that she gave us ample time to try and heal her up. Well, I got the killer stun, despite being on the backside of the thing. Oh, I should have blinded him. Whoops. He did leave me alone, though, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he is. Oh, good. Gotta love Nightfall. Don't mind me just slow creeping through everything. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, he's over there. Oh no, he got you. Well, shoot. Okay. Just wanted to start. Oh yeah, you want, friendo, please, please heal. Thank you, buddy. All right, I'm coming for you, Connor. As soon as I get my wounds patched. Oh, Well, they patched me up, and then I got hit again. Perfect. All according to plan. Oh Lord, you coming. But we're gonna get you down. Barely got you down. Okay, that's fine. Ah, shoot. Sorry, you were probably safer if I left you on there. But maybe you can get far enough away to wiggle free. Yeah, he's coming right back. How? How did you know? Son of a bee sting. He knows exactly where I am at all times. He's got my number. Which stinks, but it is what it is. Ooh, he's trying to basement me. Oh, if I'd have gotten like one or two more great skill checks on the wiggle, I think I would have gotten out. Not quite, though. Not quite. Oop. Oh, thank you, Stevie. We're gonna get out of here. There are way too many lockers to be down there. Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. Shoot. Hi, guy. Thank you for the protection, Connor. It is very much appreciated. Oh no. Crap. I don't think I can get to you in time, but I'm gonna try. Ah, nuts. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not gonna be much longer for this match, I think. Oh, hey. Well, that's cool. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, he got confusion. Okay. I think I'm just gonna open it, because yeah, he is gonna teleport to me very quick. Yep, called it. Alright, bye Felicia. Alright, we made it. I really didn't think I was gonna get that gate. I was certain I was gonna get absolutely bushwhacked. Alright, we gotta stick around for some GGs. And hope they make it out. Oh no, buddy. Nice. Oh, good work, everybody. Good job. That was good. Good work, team. Okie dokie. What were you running? Oh, Lightborn. So it's a good thing I wasn't really trying to do much with my flashlight. I'd have gotten wrecked. Okay, I need to collect a challenge and pick a new one, and I'm good for one more. I still got a little bit of beer to finish. But more importantly, I'm just having fun. Alright, what's this one? Hook 2 different survivors within 60 seconds. Ooh. Wait, I'm not a killer. What the hell am I doing? Repair a total of 15 gens. I think I can. Ooh, but no. Finish repairing anniversary generators. I only need one more of those. I think we can do it. Oh crap, I forgot that takes me out of the lobby. I am so sorry, Connor. Shoot. There we go. We'll get you back. Hey! Welcome back. Good to see you. Let's see. I've got a bunch of flashlight stuff, but I need to finish a generator, so I think we're going to go with the toolkit this time. We'll do a brand new part and a wire spool. And I think we'll be set. Oh. Didn't mean to unready. Whoops. Alright, Connor, we got this one. We got this one. We're both going to make it out fine. Nary a scratch upon us. We're just going on a routine generator check. That's all this is. Just another job. I say as the boogeyman crawls out of a closet. Ooh, a couple of Fang Mins. Yeah, we got this. We got this in the bag. I mean, look at you. Look at you. You're freaking dressed to kill. Well, no, no. Please don't start killing. I'm on your team. I could not handle that if there was some sort of betrayal. I know you wouldn't, but man, wouldn't that be wild if there was some way to have a survivor like sneak in and somehow be revealed to be the killer? That would be really cool. Like have some sort of, oh, that could be fun. Have some sort of like chameleon killer that will copy whatever cosmetics and stuff somebody has. That could be fun. And then you get a bunch of other people working on a gen with you, and then you just suddenly get up, walk around, and pick them up. Oh, that would be wild. It'd be sheer and utter chaos. I'm here for it, honestly. That would be super fun. That would be very much my sort of gameplay. I got two modes of killers I really like. I like the just throw hatchets at people and hit them from afar. And I like the absolutely just ambush people. Good times. Good times. My one of my favorite builds for Sadako. I don't have any more because I prestiged her and lost the perk setup. But I had Dark Devotion, where if you hit the Obsession, they carry your terror radius and you are undetectable. I had that, Monitor and Abuse, and a couple other things where the whole point was just be undetected and just cause absolute confusion and chaos, and it was beautiful. It worked like a freaking charm. I forget. Oh, oh no, it's the twins. Nuts. Uh, one of the ones I had with that was Nemesis from the Oni, where if somebody blinds you or pallet stuns you, they become your obsession. So then I could kind of transfer around who got hit to carry my terror radius. It was super fun. Oh, this is a terrible map. Oh no. Gremlin is behind you. Yep. This is a terrible map to have him running around with all this thick brush. No thank you. Oh, I saw you crouching over in that corner and I thought it was him. I was about to come stomp you out. I'm glad I refrained. Uh-oh. You going for her? Okay. I'll stay up here and work on this. Because I don't have a flashlight anymore. Yeah, I don't know if the flashlight works on them the way it does for a lot of other killers. Goodness. Alright, Fangman, let's get some altruism points. Yeah, I'm playing the wrong build for you. I still have Hattie's flashlight perk, even though I don't have a flashlight. Whoops. Forgot to change that up. Alright, let's see if we can't go get this person off hook. I've done what I really needed to. Oh, that little gremlin. I'm coming to get you. Oh no. Sorry. I gotta run. Okay, I see you over there. I am positioned for an escape as soon as they pick up this other person. And hopefully go the other way. Or they can come right my way. They can do that too. Alright, I'm coming for you. Oh no, wait, they got you already. Well, shoot. I mean, I'm glad you're safe. Alright. Stupid gremlin child. I do not like him saying I am. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with you guys and I have no idea where you went. I guess I've been being unnecessarily cautious, but... in the very back corner, like by the campsite, I opened a chest. It has a med kit in it, in case you end up needing it. It's just a basic crap brown med kit, but if you need it or want it, it's there. Well, I'm just hanging out at this generator back here. I hope you're faring well. It's a lovely day for a, a desert stroll. Oh, shoot. The gremlin found me. Alright, we got the gremlin down for a hot second. I probably won't be able to finish this generator in time before I get grabbed, but I'm certainly gonna try. Nope, because there she is. I found her. Why are you undetectable? Is that an add-on I don't know about? It must be. This generator back here in the camp is mostly finished. I mean, she just kicked it, but it is very close to being done. And I am under a pallet. Oh, she might know she knows somebody's coming for me. She's trying to make sure nobody else is here, and here we go. I appreciate the attempt. Yeah, she positioned herself in a pretty bad way for pulling that off easily. It was a good try, though. But yeah, if you can, this generator back here is prime for the taking. I guess somewhat less so, seeing as how she kicked it a few times, but okay. She's not by me terribly close anymore. Oh no. That didn't go well. Shoot. Let's just finish this gen. Oh shoot. Much of it fell. This is not good. This is not good. Follow me. Follow me. There's a gremlin child. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, shoot. Ah, you missed that one. Get out of here, you. And now she's gonna be coming because I broke the baby. And I have no idea where she is. Oh, there she is. I found her. I found her. She's in the road. Oh, good job finishing up healing. Very good job. What are you, Fengman? What are you doing? Alright, well, I don't know what the next best course of action is. Oh, I think she found me, so sorry if I lead her to you. I'm just gonna try and take her across the map. No, she decided not to. We only need one generator. We can manage this. We can do this. This is fine. Where are those other two generators? They've got to all be up on this same end. She picked her last stand pretty well, it seems. Oh, hey, I'm in the bush right next to you. Oh, you can't hear me. There's a delay. Okay, I'm coming. I will return the favor. Oh, well, that was a gremlin. Alright, I think our best bet is to try and get... Seriously, where are these last generators? There's probably... Oh. She's on you. She left me alone completely. Okay, now she's on me. I'm trying to lead her away, and it might actually be working for once. And she backed off. Oh, okay, sending the gremlin after me, huh? Maybe not after me. Ugh. She's really making this last one difficult. The first four were such a cakewalk. Alright. I hope you're going to the one I think you're going to. No, we're gonna skip the RSVP. I don't need it. Okay, I'm here, finally. Let's do this. No, 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 no. Just get the gen, please. This is our only shot. Because she's gonna be coming in hot. Yeah, I already see her. She's definitely coming. Here she comes. Alright, I broke the baby, but she is like right on me. But I managed to stop the generator from breaking too much more. So I'm gonna try and lead her around the outside, around the back of the saloon, and hope that works. I think our best bet is just gonna be to hit and run this generator. Oh hey, I see you. I don't know where the gremlin is, so be careful. Okay, she went the other way. I'll see if I can get it. Ah, shit. She knows. Ah, damn it. Just leave me alone. What did I ever do to you? Oh, I crawled right towards the hook and didn't realize it. Fantastic. Oh boy, this is a time. I mean, if you can work on that gen, I'm close enough to it. Like, make some progress on it if you think you can. Don't worry about me too much. But yeah, she's just camping super hard. It's lame. Oh, she's coming. Yeah, we're gonna have to split up and force her to go 2 different ways. Oh, and she's already beat that generator down to hell. Alright, I'm gonna switch it up and try for the gallows. Oh, you jerk. Oh, she knows where I am. So, I am gonna be dead here in half a second. And there it is. So, you get yourself out of here. Find the hatch. I believe in you. You can do it, Connor. We fought valiantly, but she was just camping a little too much for us to be able to pull it out. Pull it off. That's the phrase. I said something very different. So close to wiggling out. But that was good. That was a very good one. Oh, you found the hatch already. Nice. Good job. Yeah, good freaking job. Oh, don't be sorry. There was, I mean, with how close I was on hook to that generator, and then the fact that all of our generators we needed were right next to each other. Oh, you tried so hard, and you did as good as anybody I think could. Like, I'm not upset at all. You did great. She was just camping super hard there at the end because it worked. But no, it was. I mean, I thought that was a really fun match. Like, it was still great. What are their iridescents? Undetectable for 20 seconds after waking up from her dormant. I wondered. Crushing Victor while he's dormant inflicts exposed. Oh, I'm glad I didn't end up doing that. But yeah, thanks for playing with me tonight, Connor. I'm glad we crossed paths a couple times and got to working on this together. It's been a ton of fun. I'll keep an eye out for you in the future when I'm on. I might be on tomorrow night. I might not. I don't know for sure. And then if not, I won't be on until next week. But I will keep an eye out and hopefully we can do this again sometime. This is great. Oh, excuse me. So I'm gonna hop off of here. We're gonna end this stream. So thanks for hanging out with me for so long. And yeah, she really was just camping those last gens, and there's nothing much to be done about that when there's only 2 people. So yeah, good luck with the rest of your games. Hopefully you get some good sleep whenever you get some sleep, or if you don't sleep, you get some good food next time you eat something good. And yeah, I'll send you some invites. We'll have a good time. And everybody else who's been just kind of hanging out passively, thanks for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. It goes a long way to trying to get the numbers up for the affiliate status. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a wonderful masquerade event. I have had an absolute blast of it. And we'll be back with some